Creators, I got this email today and it is from James Clear. You probably wonder, why do we always look over there when he starts? I'm just checking the Rodecaster Pro to make sure the mic is on. Have you ever recorded a whole video and realized that sucker's on mute? Yeah, that's what it's for. So that's why I always do this when I come in. Anyway, I got this email today from James Clear. I'm on the mailing list. And in that email, he does a thing where he puts in, things from him, some quotes from other people, and then a question. And today, there was a section in there that hit so many levels because I've been talking about this stuff ad nauseum for a minute. So I just thought I would share it with you because, number one, you probably should jump on the James Clear email list. There's gems, absolute gems in there. But these are great questions. And I'm just going to run through them. He said 4 questions that could tell you a lot. When you wake up, do you expect today to have many joys or many frustrations? Love this question. If you wake up assuming your day is going to be a horrible day, you're about to have a horrible day. Now, of course, people can come through and derail your good day at any given chance, but it's harder to derail a good day when you know that the majority of your days are good. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. It would be easy to look at all the negativity and go that direction. But you know what? It's just as easy to look at all the positivity and go that direction. We had a situation come up today in one of the businesses where there was a legit angry customer, and taking a beat, had to come up and think for a second, maybe this person is just having an off day, or maybe they just live in an environment where they expect that everyone is trying to cheat them, and it was an honest mistake on something that we did. So it was easier to calm down, not react to it, apologize for the mistake, even though it really wasn't our mistake. It was on them. Apologize for the mistake and offer to just give them back their money and move on. And in the end, that was the right answer. It would have been totally easy to be like, wasn't us. They screwed up. They didn't read. They didn't follow the whole situation. But that wouldn't have been good for anybody. And honestly, we would have been completely correct in doing that, but it just wouldn't have been the right thing to do. So if you wake up every day assuming that the day is going to be good, you can have a good day even if something bumpy hits you, because you're dealing with it from a level of positivity and not from a level of somebody's going to take something from me, the world is out to get me, so forth, et cetera. And I think that has a lot to do when you're doing content creation. It's hard to create good content when you're pissed off at the world. You really kind of got to don't be Pollyanna, but you almost got to put on a Pollyanna mentality when you create content. Otherwise, it shows in your content creation. The second question that James posited is, when presented with an opportunity, do you have a bias towards action or do you postpone decisions? You know me, I'm Action Jackson. Somebody say, let's go. I'm like, let's do it. And I realized this, the overthinking comes from taking too long to think. You almost have to get in the habit of just thinking fast. When you realize that you can recover from almost anything, especially when it comes to this, none of this is painful. None of this is end all be all. None of this is going to stop the world. None of this is going to get you hurt. Well, unless you're doing something crazy. So you don't have to spend as long thinking about it. I think these are the type of situations where you can absolutely make mistakes, learn from them, recover, and get back up and keep going. So for me specifically, when I'm presented with an opportunity, I'm like, let's go. And if you bias yourself towards always postponing your decision, I need time to think it through, you're going to miss so many things right in front of your face because you're worried about getting it wrong. When it comes to this, there kind of sort of is no wrong. So yeah, you can pretty much survive anything you do when it comes to content creating. Now, the next question he said is, when things go well for others, do you enjoy cheering them on or do you hate hearing about their success? I love a good success story. I even like it when some of my contemporaries who I think are running let's just say, very profit-centric businesses, I still support their success. Why? Because every creator that does good makes it easier for the next creator to come by and do good. And the whole reason why I teach what I teach is I'm waiting for one of y'all to be the next person to blow up. Matter of fact, I almost preferred if one of y'all blew up instead of me, because that's a killer testimonial for my channel and my coaching. And I realized that when I started this purpose, I was on a purpose to impact a whole bunch of people, and I can't do it by myself. So I kind of need some of y'all to step up and start knocking it out of the park. That's what really would be that Tinkerbell juice. That's what keeps me going, is knowing that people are learning and getting better at their craft, and therefore providing positive impact on other people's lives. So if you look at somebody's channel and you go, man, I could do that with a smile on your face, it's one thing. When you look at their channel and go, why are they getting, the likes, the subs, the subscribers, the brand deals or whatever? Why ain't I getting it? Yeah, it's not a good look, man. That is a path you do not want to get on, because that is a hard treadmill to jump off. And lastly, James, thank you, James Clear, by the way, said, when things go wrong, do you believe it's your responsibility to improve the situation, or do you blame others? I told you many times before, life for me is about being response-able. Responsibility stands for response-able. One of the craziest things I see when something comes up and you got a customer service issue or something, and you go to talk to somebody and they're like, oh, that's not my job. Let me call Mikey. Like, no, man, like that's not my responsibility. No, you're able to respond. And right now your job is to say, okay, hold on, let me go get you somebody that can help you. And I see it all the time. I hear it all the time, in a corner of your ear when you're out and about. And I don't think that's a good way to live life. So I definitely try to solve problems on my own. I am not a big fan of blaming other people, because it just really doesn't work. At the end of the day, your freedom lives between the stimulus and the response, right? That's a Viktor Frankl thing. When something happens here and this is what you plan to do, that little area in the middle, that's where all your freedom lives. That's your decision to decide how to react to the situation. That is your decision to decide how to respond. That is your ability to respond, therefore your responsibility. So I'm curious, when you listen to these questions, do any of them resonate with you? For me, the big one that really resonated heavily with me was, do I wake up expecting to have a good day, or do I wake up expecting to have a day full of frustrations? I'm living on high right now. Not that kind of high, but I just feel like, things are cooking. Things are cooking with Pam. And if I would sit around and just listen to the news, I would probably be in a bad way. But I'm like, this too shall pass. So I'm going to focus on doing what I can to positively impact other people and maybe snatch somebody out of their doldrums. Or do people still say that? That's a weird word. Their sadness. So yeah, I'm about let's uplift. Let's go. Let's do something to make this joint better rather than look at how bad it is. I wonder how you feel. And it's no judgment. I'm just curious of where you at, because I'm a curious dude. And curious is a nice way of saying nosy. Right about now, the algorithm's going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet.